We're almost done renovating our son's bedroom, but before we do the big reveal, we need to add some furnishings. You can see we made our bed the other day. If you didn't check out our $50 minimalist bed build, go check that out. It was really cool. Behind us, we wanted some shelving here for toys. So just a short, wide, like 6 foot long shelf. I actually had some shelves picked out online. I was gonna buy them and just put them together and put them in. And they were like $140 a piece. And together with tax and everything, it would have been $300 for 2 little shelves, 6 feet long, 2 feet high. And I thought to myself, wow, that's a lot of money. I can't spend $300. And if I was gonna spend $300, maybe I could just do it myself. That's my goal today. I wanna build a 6 foot wide, maybe 2 foot high shelving unit. So I think I have a plan. I've been kind of planning in my head. I'm not exactly sure what I wanna build, but I'm gonna run out to the barn, see what wood I have, see if I can make anything with what I have, and if I can't, we'll go to the store. I'm getting ready to cut my wood for the shelf. And I have a bunch of these scraps, and these are 3/4 inch by 1 inch. So they're 1 inch wide. It's not a standard size wood you can buy, but I have them, so I'm gonna use them. And I think they'll work fine. I also got all these boards that I picked up. These are 1x4 lumber, and they're 6 feet long. I bought them that way. I don't think I even have to cut them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get all these cut up and I'll come back. I have a vague plan of what I'm doing, but I'm kind of making this up as I go. So, a little bit of planning involved. I'm just trying to make it work. Well, my plan is to lay these out. And attach these to the bottom like this. I'm going to use these cabinet screws because they're very thin, they don't split my wood, and they have a good holding strength. Line these up. I don't think I'm going to worry about like super perfection. I'm going to use this as a guide. Okay. Think I'm done. I'm gonna hit these quick with the sander, clean them up a little. I'm working through the design process and trying to figure out how tall I want the shelf to be. It's gonna be sitting next to a short bed, so I don't want it to be towering over the bed. I want to get it as squatty as I can, knowing that we want to put these totes in it. So measuring these totes, I'm going to go with the minimum space I can get away with, which is about 8 inches between each shelf. I would like it to be a little more roomy, but I'm going to keep it squatty, just for the design aspect of it. Now that I got that done, that figured out, I'm going to go ahead and cut legs, and it's going to be the height that I want the shelf to be, total from floor to top. And I think it's gonna be around 22 and 3/4 inches is what I got. And the bed sits maybe just under 20 inches altogether, so it'll be pretty close. I just want a kind of a clean plane in the room there. All right, I got 6 pieces, should have 6. 6 3/4 by 1 inch by 22 and 3/4 inch legs. I know that looks really short. I think it'll work though. The good thing about this design is if I ever want to make this shelf taller, have more space between the shelves, all I literally got to do is unscrew these, cut some longer ones, and screw them on. Pretty easy. All right, I got my top shelf face down, and I'm going to be putting the legs in here, flush with the top of it, just making it look as nice as I can. Yeah, like this. And I'm going to be screwing them in to the side, one of these sides. So I got my legs set. These are still wobbly, but they're going to straighten out with time. This is all like a in theory kind of project, so it's fun to watch it come together and see if it's going to work. This is my bottom. This is my middle. Okay, so the middle is going to be going on soon. I'm going to cut some scrap pieces of wood to hold it where I want it to be, which should be 8 inches. Yeah, 8 inches between itself. So I'll cut some 8-inch pieces of scrap wood to put on here. You'll see what I'm doing. I'll just do it. Okay. I'm trying to get this done before Ashley gets back in. I want to surprise her. She's outside shoveling the snow. We didn't get too much snow, but she likes to keep it clear. My idea is just to make sure this is as straight as we can. Have it. Can't forget the middle. Okay. And now that this is taking shape, I'll wait until the end. We will have one more leg here, but I just wanted to get these shelves kind of secured first. Put on the last shelf. Working upside down, keep in mind. Alright, putting in the back legs now that these shelves are all secure. They're just going to be like this. Right now I'm just cutting some back supports. I'll show you. So this is the back of the unit. It's upside down still. And I basically wanted to cut some boards that could go across inside here. Just like this. And that's just to keep it so that when the totes are in there, they're not bumping into the wall and marring up our walls. This will just be like a little protector to keep stuff on the shelf from hitting the wall. It'll also give it structural support so it doesn't lean side to side. It'll give it a lot of strength. So now that I got these cut, I'm going to go ahead and pocket hole these. You won't see it because it'll be on the back of the board facing the wall. And I also cut these pieces of wood. They're going to go right on here as legs. And this is what it'll look like from the outside. And I just cut a bevel on the front so that it matched this, but went out to the full width. And I think that's going to look really cool. So I guess I can go ahead and screw these on. The only thing I'm concerned about right now is the shelf square? I always kind of struggle with squaring stuff up and making sure it's where it has to be. And I'm not sure that it entirely matters that much, but I try. I'm trying to place the screws kind of strategically so you don't notice them. And whether or not that'll be the case has yet to be seen. Drill, where's my drill? I found my drill. Well, Bill helped me. Pocket holes are done. I'm ready to attach it to these sideboards. Pocket holes are just kind of angled holes so you can screw in from the side. I don't know if you can see that, but into the wood. And we're putting one of them here. Let me know if you guys can see what I'm doing here. It fit just a minute ago, so I'm not sure why that's not fitting. Okay, something shrunk or something grew because this isn't fitting. This side is good. Let's go trim this one down a little. Now you don't want to be trimming these down too much once your pocket holes are drilled, but you know, taking a little tiny hair off won't hurt anything. Now I'm using my impact driver, but I actually prefer to use my drill when I do pocket hole screws. With a drill, you can really feel how snug you're getting the screw. In the impact driver, you really don't have that same feel of the wood. This basically should be done right now. The only thing you might notice is these legs I didn't do anything with. It's only because I wasn't sure what to do with them, and I don't know if I need to do anything with them. I should do something with them. I guess I just didn't want there to be it to be off center, and if I did two of them, there'll be a space in the front, like a gap between the two boards. That might be okay though. I might try that. So I'll cut two more of those legs. I'll do that. I know these screws aren't the most stealthy screws you could use. They certainly show up. The theory is, I'll put that one up here, that you shouldn't see them when it's all said and done because it'll be underneath, and these screws are just really good at not splitting the wood. So now we got this cool little detail going on. Let's flip it over and see how it looks. I know this room's messy, you don't get the best effect, but check this out. Really neat. Really clean lines. Really fun shelf. Like I said, you don't really see the screws anywhere, even on the feet. Top looks good. Gonna sand it down a little. Let's hit it with the sander. Guess we're ready to finish it. We're going to be using shellac like we did the trim in his room. It's a quick and easy, non-toxic finish. So let me get a quick coat of shellac on this and I think we'll call it finished. Basically, I just want the top and whatever sides I can reach covered. Alright guys, here it is. The shellac is done. It's drying right now and this looks awesome. I could have done a little bit better work with sanding some of the edges and stuff like that. I just don't have the right sandpaper and I just didn't want to spend my whole day sanding. Probably also could have done a little better job squaring up some of these corners, but I think it looks good. It should sit pretty flat on the floor and it looks really modern and cool. Simple, minimalist shelf to fit Maverick's room. I love the style of these thin uprights. I really like how the bottom feet came out. I wasn't sure how I wanted to accomplish that, but that looks really good. It's going to keep it from tipping. You can't see any of the screws, really, unless you get way down. You know, obviously you'll see them. But that was a pretty cool build. I really enjoyed that, and I think it came out awesome. I can't wait to get it in the room. Okay. Well, there it is, guys. The shelf is in place. It looks so awesome in this room. I love the design. I love the Nordic feel. I love everything about it. Yeah, it just looks really good. Can't wait to get the toys on here and get it organized. It sits really well, solid. Yeah, no complaints. I'm happy with how it turned out. So let's start stacking it up with toys. So there it is, guys, an awesome kids room toy shelf. Came out perfect for the space, perfect for our style. Holds all the toys the way we wanted it to. I wish I had 2 more of these totes with the red lids. I'm gonna go ahead and look for more of those and see if I can get a matching pair so that we can have it even on the bottom row and reorganize some of those toys into them. But overall, mostly Legos, some odds and ends, stuffed animals and odd toys. We could also display stuff on the top, put the big stuff on the top, his trucks and tractors and all that stuff. And they have this whole open space right here to play, so much more room than they used to have. So this is going to be the playroom, his bedroom. That should help us keep the house more organized. This is cool looking. I like how it came out.
Me too. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
So I don't think I have any final thoughts on the project. It was pretty simple. I hope you guys get inspired by it. You don't always have to copy my ideas, but I hope at least it's fun to watch and maybe a little inspirational. I think this is the last piece of furniture we're making for this room. It's done. So as always, we really appreciate you guys watching, and we should have another video coming soon. So until next time, take care.
Bye.
And one more thing before we go. We were just thinking about this, and guys, we just saved $250. Think about that. That's pretty awesome. All the lumber and the screws to make this came to about $50. It was actually like, maybe, it was under $50, but it was about $50. And just like this bed that we're sitting on, $50 bed, we just built a $50 shelf. And if you remember the beginning of the video, we were looking at shelves online. It was gonna cost us
over 300.
Yeah, about 300, we'll say.
Yeah.
And this cost 50. So that's $250 savings.
That's cool.
Because we DIY, and that is really awesome. So we just wanted to share that. I know some of you might want to know how much it cost, and that's what it cost.